After then, let's see that is the attachments related with that the tibia. First, that is the attachment of the medial condyle. So into that the posterior side, that is the semimembranous, it is inserted on the groove which is present on the posterior side. Then the capsular ligament of the knee joint, so it is attached to that the upper border. Then the medial patellar ligament, so it is attached to that the anterior surface, so this one. Then attachment to that the lateral condyle, so the iliotibial tract is attached to that the anterior flattened surface of that the lateral condyle. Then the capsular ligament of the superior tibiofibular joint, it is attached to that the margin of that the fibular facet, so here. Then the groove on the posterior surface, so here it gives the attachment to that the tendon of that the popliteus, so here you can see, and that is the insertion of the popliteus muscle. Then the attachment on the intercondylar area, so this one, that is first, that is the anterior horn of that is the medial meniscus. So here you can see that is the medial meniscus, and here that is the lateral meniscus. So the anterior horn of the medial meniscus, so here the medial meniscus and that is the anterior horn, so it present just in front of the medial articular surface. Then the anterior cruciate ligament, so this one, it is present just posterior to that the anterior horn of the medial meniscus. Then the anterior horn of that the lateral meniscus, it is present in front of the intercondylar eminence and lateral to that the anterior cruciate ligament. Then the posterior horn of the lateral meniscus, this one, it present the posterior slope of the intercondylar eminence. Then the posterior horn of the medial meniscus, it present to that the depression behind the base of the medial intercondylar tubular. Then the posterior cruciate ligament, here green color you can see, it should be present to that the posterior most to that the smooth area. Then attachment of the tibial tuberosity, so that is the ligamentum patelli, here this one, it is attached to the upper smooth part of that the tibial tuberosity, so here in this area, that is the ligamentum patelli, so this one. Then that is the lower rough area of that the tuberosity, it is subcutaneous, but it is separated from the skin by the subcutaneous infrapatellar bursa, so here this one. Then the attachment to that the shaft of that the tibia, so the tibial is anterior, so this one, it should be arises from the upper 2/3 of that the lateral surface. Then the upper part of that the medial surface, it receives that the insertion of the three muscles, that is the sartorius, gracialis and the semitendinous. Then on the posterior surface, that is the soleus muscle, it is arises from that the soleal line. Then that is the popliteus, it should be inserted to that the posterior surface into that the triangular area about at the soleal line. Then the medial area on the posterior side of that the shaft of that the tibia, it should be gives origin of the flexure digitorum longus, so this one. Then the lateral surface of the shaft of that the tibia, it gives that the origin of the tibialis posterior. Then next to it, that is the anterior border of that the tibia, so this one, it gives the attachment to that the deep fascia of the leg, and its lower part, it gives the superior extensor retinaculum, this one. Then the rough upper part of that the fibular notch. It gives the attachment of the interosseous tibiofibular ligament. So here. Then the capsular ligament of that the ankle joint. So this one. It is attached to the lower end of along the margin of the articular surface, and the deltoid ligament of the ankle joint, it is attached to that the lower border of that the medial malleolus. So this one. The ossification of that the tibia. So tibia, it ossify from the one primary center and the two secondary center. So the primary center, it should be appears into that the shaft during the 7th week of the intrauterine life, and the secondary center for the upper end, this one, it appears at the end just before that the birth and fuse with that the shaft at the age of the 16 to 18 year. Then the secondary centers for that the lower end, it appears during that the first year and forms the medial malleolus by the 7th year and fuses with that the shaft by the 15th to 17th year. After then, let's see that is the clinical application related with that the tibia. So the first clinical point, that is the upper end of that the tibia, it is the commonest site of the osteomyelitis, and the knee joint remains safe because the capsule is attached near to that the articular margin of the tibia, proximal to that the epiphyseal line. Then that is the second clinical point, that is the commonly fracture of the tibia that should be occurs at the junction of upper 2/3 and the lower 1/3 of the shaft near about in this area, and such fracture may unite slowly or may not unite at all, as the blood supply to that this part of the bone, it is very much poor, and this may be caused by the tearing of that the nutrient artery. Then next to it, that is the sometimes that is the surgeon take piece of the bone from the part of that the body or the shaft of that the tibia, and that is uses for the repair the defect of the some other bone. So that is called the bone grafting, and for this purpose the piece of bone are easily obtained from that is the subcutaneous medial aspect of that the tibia. Then next to it, that is if that the foot, so this one, gets caught in the hole in the ground, there is a forcible abduction and the external rotation, and in such that the injury, first there is occurs a spiral fracture of that the lateral malleolus, and then that is the fracture of that the medial malleolus, and finally the posterior margin of the lower end of the tibia shears off, and these stages are termed as the first, second and the third degree of the Pott's fracture. Then next to it, that is the forward dislocation of that the tibia. On the talus, it produces a characteristic prominence of the heel. So here, and this is the commonest type of injury of that the ankle. So these are the clinical points which is related with that the tibia.